Hello, and welcome to the next lecture on SAP's pricing procedure overview. In SAP SD module, we use different order types to make a clear distinction between different business process. For example, standard return process order in SD, we can use RE as the sales document type. For rush order type, we can use document type SO. Whereas for simple, straightforward standard order, we can use OR as order type. Similarly, for consignment order, we can use KB as the order type. For credit memo, it can be CR, debit memo with DR, and many more like this. For our illustration purpose in this class, we will stick to only these ones right now. So now the question is, how do you know or identify in the system which pricing procedure to use to each of these documents? So to further differentiate pricing between these various order types, document pricing procedure and customer pricing procedures are used as parameters to determine and assign different pricing procedure to the business transaction. To understand this better, let's consider an example. Let's say there is an imaginary company called ABC Computers Inc. And ABC Computer is one of the largest manufacturer and distributor of computers around the world. Within the United States, ABC Computers are geographically divided by 4 regions: North, South, East, and West. The company also has 2 product divisions that sells desktops and laptops computer. The company also distributes their product through wholesale, distributors, retail channels, and internet via online for both domestic and international customer. So when customer orders computer, they raise a sales order. Most of the orders are regular sales order, which have delivery lead time of 3 weeks as an example here. But some customer can request expedited or rush delivery, and these orders are delivered in less than a week. Also, ABC Computer Inc. allows customer to return their purchases within 3 weeks if they find the product is unsatisfactory for any reason. The regular sales order have gross price and discount as price elements. The rush orders have expedited shipping charges, example UPS or FedEx next day, in addition to the gross price and discount. For return, ABC Computer Inc. charges a restocking fee, so a restocking charge is also required as a pricing element. Like mentioned earlier, ABC Computer Inc. not only has domestic customer, but it also caters international customer as well. The international customer will also require special pricing consideration. For example, they need to pay special duties as different pricing element. And they may even be different by each country, as they may have different own legal rules. ABC Computer Inc. also gets a quotation for various schools and government organizations. In these requests, ABC Computer Inc. responds by providing some competitive quotation. And if everything goes well, then these quotations do get converted into a contract. And some of these contracts require deliveries to be done over an extended period of time. So in our scenario, we need to determine different pricing procedure based on different document types. This process of determining different pricing in various types of SD document, such as contract, quotation, sales order, returns, consignment, etc., is called SD pricing procedure determination. We will use this scenario as an example to illustrate how the SD pricing procedures are determined for quote, contracts, sales orders, and many more. Let's assume that ABC Computer Inc. uses quotation, regular sales order, rush sales order, and consignment in their business process. Since these document types are at a different stage of the sales cycle and the pricing might differ based on the sales document type, we may use separate pricing procedure to represent these sales processes within the customers, which means that may have to define and assign different document type to different pricing procedure. But before making a final decision, it's important for you to analyze and see if common patterns can be established based on the pricing element of different type of order document. In this case, there are quotation, sales order, contract, and consignment orders. So in our example, after we analyzed ABC Computer Inc., we found that the pricing element could be similar for sales order, contract, and quotation, but different for consignment. So ABC Computer Inc. decides to have one pricing procedure for contract, quotation, and sales order and a different pricing procedure for consignment. If you are configuring pricing procedure, then you really have to remember this rule, or should I say as a golden rule. It's really simple. In the determination process, pricing procedure is equal to sales organization plus distribution channel plus division plus sales document pricing procedure plus customer pricing procedure. And if you recall, combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division is nothing but the sales area. So you could simply say that pricing procedure is addition of sales area plus sales document pricing procedure and customer pricing procedure. In further down this lecture, I will show you where these sales document pricing procedure and customer pricing procedures are configured. Now it's a great time to look at a real world example. In this demo, we will create a brand new sales order and then we will look at how the pricing is getting calculated automatically. We will review some of the techniques on how to analyze various pricing condition type and how they are determining the values. So we are logging into the SAP system with my user ID, and once I'm logged in, I go to the main menu, and under logistics, under sales and distribution, sales, order, you have VA01, VA02, and VA03 transactions for creating sales order. So with VA01, I'm creating a sales order with order type OR. I select the customer, the material, and the quantity of 1, and I hit enter. I select the line and then go at the bottom, item conditions. And here you can see all the pricing condition types with all the related values have appeared and they all got computed. So pretty much everything happens in this procedure automatically. You can see also the net price being calculated and all the condition values like PR00, MWST, and all sorts of condition type. If I go on the detail of that condition detail, I can look at what those values are. I can create or delete manual item condition type, or I can look at the condition values. So I'm looking at PR00 condition and their values, how it got determined. I can do also analysis on the entire pricing procedure. For that pricing procedure, so RVA01, I can run an analysis and see what values got calculated, what condition types have values, and what condition types don't have values, and all sorts of analysis I can do it here. So if I look at PR00, if I drill down, there's a green button on it, condition record has been found, which means the system was able to calculate the condition values. Similarly, I can drill down to all condition types and look at their values, how they got determined. So it's a great analysis tool if you want to see how things are getting calculated in your pricing procedure. So I would suggest that you look into your system and do analysis based on your sales order. Again, it's an analysis tool. Then there are a lot of other buttons underneath. One is update. This is where you can rerun your pricing update as you require and based on various criteria. Similarly, there is update for F&A as well as other updates that you can run onto it. So I'm going on the sales order detail at the header level and looking at the condition again at the header level. I run an incompletion log, my document is complete, and I save my order. And that's it, my order is saved. As we know that to determine the right pricing procedure, one of the component is customer pricing procedure, which is maintained in the sold to party of the customer master. So let's identify where do we need to maintain it. Now, either you can go through SAP menu path like I'm going right now. It's SAP menu, sales and distribution, master data, business partner, customer, create, and XD01. Or you can directly input as a transaction code. In my case, I'm using XD03 to review the customer master. I know my customer master number. I'm going to select the customer sales area, click OK, and here I am. I'm on the sales area data tab. Now, in case if you're not in the sales area data tab, you're in the general data tab, just click on the sales area data tab. And there you can see customer pricing procedure with the value 1. If you need to change it to one that you use, you're just going to change it. Now let's review the general pricing configuration step. With this, we are going to look at how to define a pricing procedure, define condition types, and how we're going to use an existing pricing procedure and make a copy for ourselves. And in overall, we will look at how to configure the pricing procedure in general. Now, we are in the SAP menu. You can select Tools, and under Tools, you can select Customizing. Under Customizing, an IMG, and there you have SPRO to execute the project. In short, you can also execute on the command line SPRO as the transaction code. And then you select SPRO reference guide. Once you are there, you're in the main menu of all the activities. So select sales and distribution, and within sales and distribution, select basic function, and then pricing, and within pricing, pricing control. And there you have all the steps that needs to be configured. So you can define condition tables, condition types. You can enter additional data fields if you need to have on the condition type. You can define access sequence and define and assign pricing procedures. And this is where we're going to use define and assign pricing procedure. So within that step, you have further activities. You can maintain pricing procedures. This is where you create a brand new pricing procedures. You can review existing ones, or you can copy an existing one and create a new ones. The next one is to define pricing procedures for the customer. And we saw that earlier steps in the customer master. And then you have document pricing procedures, which is assigned to the document type. And the actual assignment of the document pricing procedures by order type is done in the next step. Similarly, you can also have special pricing procedure for the billing types, which we will see further down in our course. And then you have defining pricing procedure determination. This is where you will set up the determination rules based on pricing procedure determination based on customer and document type. That's the last step in the setup. And the last one is checking the setting for pricing procedure. Is basically a check tool that is available so you can make sure that your pricing procedure is set up correctly. Okay, so let's take a look at maintaining the pricing procedure. So I select that one and I can double click it, or there is a button underneath called choose. And when you select that, it takes you to maintaining pricing procedure. So there we are. we have list of all the pricing procedure that has come out of the box. The usage is A, application is V. Just want to be safe side. I'm not going to be on the edit mode. I'm just going to on display mode. So here you can see there are 173 pricing procedures that has come out of the box. Now, standard SAP provides you quite a bit, and then this is an IDS tool, so a lot has been created just as a practice. Important thing, RVAA01 is the standard one, which is used for standard sales. And as you can see, there's various other settings. One of them is pricing type, which tells you how to carry out the pricing procedure. Do you want to carry out a new one or update only certain things? So that sort of thing, you can configure it here. So here's a list of all the pricing procedures that we have in the current system. And what we are really interested in to get into more detail of the standard pricing procedure in our example. So let's select that. And just wanted to make sure I have selected that one. So let's select it and then double click the control data. And the control data is the one that contains all the condition type that is associated to this pricing procedure. Think of it as it's the whole setting of the pricing procedure for that standard pricing procedure. So you have assigned all the condition type and the rules, how they're going to be getting calculated. So as you can see, there are about 76 condition type here assigned, and some of them are standard condition type, some of them are Z condition type, which means something that we have defined by ourselves. But again, since it's a RVA001 standard, it would be out of the box.